Regardless of where you sit on the political aisle, whether you're a Democrat, Republican, or independent, you're watching this video because you're a Jets fan. You're a diehard Jets fan just like me. And you cannot deny the fact that the election last night is going to affect the Jets. Trump winning last night is going to affect this team for the next 4 years. And here's why. Unless you were living under a rock the last time Trump was elected, he chose Woody Johnson to be the ambassador for the UK. And he had that position from 2016 all the way to 2020, the entire term. During that time, his brother, Chris Johnson, was approved by the NFL and the owners to run the team. And to be honest, nothing much changed as far as winning football. We got Adam Gase, we got Sam Darnold, we got more losses, and we got a horrendous logo. That one in the back, which I need to replace very soon. When Woody came back, nothing really changed either. We still had a losing culture. Woody came back to a coach that he did not hire and a GM that he did not have any input in, if we're being honest. So that's where we sit. Now, you could say, maybe he doesn't pick Woody Johnson this time to go back to the United Kingdom. I think it's more likely than not that it happens. Especially if you listen in on a lot of these calls that Woody gives, a lot of these little press conferences, these Zoom calls that he gives. The person running the call is not calling him Woody Johnson. She or he is calling him Ambassador Johnson. Ambassador Johnson is ready for your next question. And there's no reason to think that Trump would pick someone else. If you read a lot of the reports, he actually did a pretty decent job being the ambassador to the UK. So again, there's no reason to think that Trump would not just go back to the well and pick Woody again. And there's no reason to think that he would again put Chris Johnson in place to run the team. A lot of Jet fans were not happy with how Chris ran the team. I especially. Because again, like I said, we got Sam Darnold, we got Adam Gase, and we got some hideous uniforms. A lot of fans out there want the Jets to try and hire someone to oversee the football operations, to be one step in between the GM and the owner, whoever the GM is at that point. I think it's now more likely that Woody Johnson may give Joe Douglas an extension before he leaves for the UK. Do you really think Woody is going to allow Chris to pick another GM while he's away? I don't know. It's very much up in the air right now. Very much up in the air right now. So that's where we sit. Of course, the Jets have to be in every headline. And I can't think of any other football team that is going to be affected more than Donald Trump winning last night. You're here because you're here because you're a Jets fan, not so much because you care about who won last night, because it affects our team in a very meaningful way. In a very meaningful way. Let me know what you guys think. Does Woody go back to the UK? Does Chris take over the team? Does Woody appoint someone to be a director of football operations, I guess would be the term, to sit in between the GM and Chris? Does Woody hire a new GM? Does Woody give Joe Douglas an extension before he leaves? A lot's going on right now. We can never have a quiet, calm, peaceful moment as Jet fans. This just adds to the chaos, I think. Adds to the chaos. And something to take note. I don't know if this is true or not. It's been reported by some people on Twitter. I think Jake Asman had it. Where at the London game, Chris Johnson was actually apologizing to fans for the hire of Adam Gase. Maybe that's a good sign. If it actually happened, maybe that's a good sign. Maybe he understands now that he shouldn't be hiring a coach and that the GM should do it. I like the structure the way it is now. The coach is responsible to the GM, who's responsible to the owner. It's no longer this trifecta where everybody can talk to the owner at once. I like that Joe Douglas put that in place. But I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't. Let me know what you guys think.